So if you have diabetes and you get the stomach bug, what do you really do? What you really want to do is have a plan in place with your healthcare provider and your diabetes self-management team. But if you don't have that, I'm going to give you a little information to get you started. One thing you would want to do is really contact whether your pharmacist or your healthcare provider to have them tell you what they want you to do specific to your medication. The other thing you want to keep in mind is really continuing to check your blood sugars frequently throughout the day. But here's a generalized guideline. If you can't eat your regular meals and snacks, you want to have about 15 grams of total carbohydrate each hour until you can go back to your regular meal plan. So what does that look like? Well, what happens when people have a stomach bug is a lot of times they're losing a lot of fluids. And what can get you hospitalized? Erratic blood sugars and dehydration. It also can make a difference for the average person because if your body gets back to having more carbohydrate in it, you may recover a little faster. So I use this plan with my kids as well as I use it with my folks that have diabetes. Here are some examples. If you're a 7-Up or Sprite person when you've been sick as a kid, basically a 20-ounce bottle will last you about 4 hours. So if you would sip on that, that would help give you back some hydration and would also help give you a little bit of carbohydrate. 12-ounce can of regular soft drink, that will last you about 2.5 hours of sipping. If you're using a sports drink that's regular, this would last you about 3.5 hours. And one thing I want to point out is not all sports drinks are the same. For instance, if you have a G2 versus a regular, you would have to have 2 bottles of the G2 to have the same impact as having one of the regular Gatorades. So make sure and check that nutrition facts label closely. As you're feeling a little better and are ready for some solids, you can do something like a cup of chicken noodle soup or a half a dozen saltine crackers would again give you some carbohydrate, and then maybe you could have that with some water. So talk to your healthcare provider and your diabetes self-management team about an individualized sick plan, but hopefully this gives you a little bit of an idea of keeping track of your blood sugars, keeping your carbohydrate even at about 15 grams of carbohydrate per hour, and not forgetting about making sure to hydrate if the flu has gotten you.